eastbound. What's that? Yeah, LAPD's catching up to us now. And it's light green, Tony. Yeah, I'd give it to him here. You could tell him this is from the Topanga Pursuit. We were following it, so. She just clarify with him. It is light green. This is from the Topanga Pursuit because she's saying that we're saying it's silver. Oh, turning. He just pulled curb. Yeah, 6770 Coldwater. He pulled curb. 6770. Foot bail.
Did he get on the bus?
No, he's running. He's running. We still got him. Robbery suspect. Yeah, yeah, hold on. Wait, he's at 12820 Van Owen. He's bedded down in the back. One 2814 Van Owen.
The LAPD air support was able to find this person. So now we don't really see anyone in the way of officers on cars. There you go. Okay, there's the person right there. So we're going to kind of follow this person as he's trying to jump over fences. Going to see if we can get an actual address, but Air 7 is able to see him. So he's going into that building. We'll try to get an arrest on that building. I'm not sure that that is 12802 Van Owen Street. It might be, but it does look as if a person has, nope, he wasn't able to, there he is now. Once again, so he's wearing a dark colored hoodie with tan pants and tennis shoes. So we're going to see if he, looks like he has a beard as well, just kind of giving the description as we can. If he sheds that, we'll kind of keep an eye out. But right now, he's just looking to find a place to get in and hide, it seems. But officers we do think they're at least above this in their air unit. You can see the shadow of the unit. So he's probably testing doors in those two homes right there, one on the left, one on the right. Can't see if there's a fence that he might have been able to jump over. The one on the right appeared to be where he was. Now, is that a dummy in the back? It does look like it's just like one of those punching bags type things. For a second, I thought that was a person. So this suspect is in one of those two places at this point. We do have video of a bit of the pursuit from a moment ago that we can show you. That's the Mustang we see there a little bit earlier, driving pretty erratically. We did have front end damage on this vehicle. You can see it on the right there, above that right wheel. It looked like he hit something and it maybe ripped off part of the panel. But this guy was driving pretty dangerously into oncoming traffic. And again, was on the 101 southbound, got off on Coldwater, and then was driving around. And now we're in Valley Glen, because once he pulled over and got out of the vehicle, He was just running through areas. We saw him jump and then kind of looked like a condominium complex of Sunset, maybe an apartment building of Sunset, some version. But then he came out of there like he couldn't get into a place. But the video you see, the shot you see on the left, is where we last saw this person. So this suspect is wearing tan pants. He is wearing a dark colored hoodie. Bruce Thomas is joining us. Bruce, you know, you can't really see what we're looking at here, but tell us how this would go with LAPD having the helicopter above, having a good idea as to where this suspect is, armed robbery suspect, but then we don't really see any ground units. How long would it take them to get in this area? Okay, we see them pulling up right now, but what would happen? What's the protocol here now that they've got him identified in probably one of these two houses?
Well, once the suspect went to ground, he looked someplace to hide, as you said. The helicopter, having a visual platform to survey the area, knows where the suspect is. At this point, LAPD will contain the area, and they've already requested a canine unit or multiple canine units.
So we're unable to see yet if he has been able to get into one of these houses. But how does that impact what LAPD does? Because they don't know if anyone is home. They don't know if there's a hostage situation now, because we don't know if the guy is still armed, but he is wanted as an armed robbery suspect. So how does that factor in? What do you do in that circumstance?
Yeah, correct. It presents a whole different set of problems for LAPD. If he was able to get into that residence, people are inside, they believe he is an armed suspect, you could have a barricade situation or something else. So they're going to spin up all their resources in this case until they know otherwise.
Well, you mentioned having multiple canine units likely being called to this site. How are dogs trained to identify? It's not as if they have a scent that they're going after. So how do the dogs differentiate between suspect and victim if there is someone home?
Well, the dog will be used to call out the residents or the suspect in this case. As they exit, they're going to be given commands by the handler and by the other officers, and the friendlies, the people inside the house, are going to comply right away. The suspect probably is not, and the dog will sense that.
And the dog won't just be released, right? They won't release the dog until they know what they're looking at?
No, they're going to tell the person, comply, and at that point they do comply. If they don't, or they take off running, trying to go over additional walls, then they will release the canine. At that point, the canine does its job. Okay. Bruce, thank you very much. Bruce Thomas, our law enforcement expert, joining us. We wanted to stream this, let people know. Again, if we could get that if we get the SkyMap 7 up again so we can tell people where this is, because there will be police activity in this spot for quite some time. Looks like we lost our shot there. But we're going to break away from this, return you to your regular stream broadcast here, because this might take, okay, there we go. Welby Way is one street there, and it looks like also the Goodland Avenue. Yeah, Goodland Avenue and Welby Way is one side of this, and then Van Owen is the other. So if you're near Goodland and Van Owen, be aware there will be police activity in this area until they can take this person into custody. The home is on Welby Way and Goodland. One of those two homes there, the suspect is there. We'll continue to follow this and bring you any updates that are necessary, but it does look like the chase is over, and there is a bit of a standoff at this place until they can identify where the suspect is. It looks like LAPD has secured that particular location, but it might affect your commute if you're having to travel on Van Owen. So be aware of that. We'll update you as necessary, but for now, we're going to return you to your programming.
This has been breaking news on Eyewitness News. Get alerted first to breaking news happening around you. Download the ABC7 Eyewitness News app.